When God created us, he wanted his life, his wisdom, his will, and his authority to dominate every sphere. But there was a need for an agent to be used. And so God decided, on account of his benevolence, to use us. Now, he didn't need us because he is sovereign. You know, before God began creation, God was. God didn't begin with creation. He was before creation. That's why he's called creator. Now imagine where there was no space, time, or matter, and when there was no spirit realm and God was, where was he? That means God lives in God. The dwelling of God is God himself. The Bible says God is light, and the Bible says God dwells in light unapproachable. So God was before creation began. And even when God was creating, he didn't need the help of anybody. He created the world all by himself. Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He didn't need an angel. He didn't need a man. So when God invites you to partner with him, it's not because God is handicapped. It's a privilege. He didn't need you because it's a trinity. Because the way it works is that, you know, when we say Father, Son, and Spirit, you need to understand what we are saying. When we say Father and Son, we are not necessarily saying one is bigger than the other. He is eternally co-equal. The Father and the Son are eternally co-equal and eternally coexistent. When we say Father and Son, we are not saying Father is bigger than Son. When we say Father and Son, this is what it means. When God wants to walk, when God wants to do anything, God speaks, and God leaves God to carry out the assignment. So the God who is present is called the Father, because Father means origin. Abba. The God that proceeds from God to carry out the assignment is called Son, because Son is offspring. So if God say, bring the microphone, God will go and bring the microphone. God will still be here. The God who is here is called Father. The one who goes to bring the mic is called Son. God does not need you and I. We need him. When Jesus said, my Father is greater than I, it's administration. Because when salvation became necessary, God had to step down and be clothed with flesh. So God couldn't do what he would have done because he limited himself with flesh. So it's within the context of divine administration that Jesus said the Father is greater than I. After salvation was over, when he was on the cross, he said, now the job is done. Return to me the glory I had with you before the foundation of the world. Are you following me? So God does not need you and I. We need him. But his love motivated him to create you and I. And in order for us to have meaning, he brought us into the kingdom to participate with him in building the kingdom. Just like a man has a business, an empire, and the moment the child begins to grow, he begins to introduce him to the business, because his love wouldn't let him until the child understands the business and eventually takes over the business. So we are participating in the kingdom because God was motivated by love to give you an experience that operates in the God class. This is why kingdom participation is something